iPhone's portrait mode is amazing when it works, but when it doesn't work, Bradyborn here, aka the iPhone Filmmaker, and the other day was my brother's birthday, and my sister was making a cake for him. Well, I came in, the cake was done, and she was trying to take a picture of it, and let's just say she needed some help. Her lighting was horrible, and portrait mode was not working out. So I had to bring it down here to my studio, and I want to be clear on one thing. You don't have to have a studio. I'm going to show you exactly what I did to get these shots and how you can do it without any fancy equipment. So here's what I did. We put the cake on this brown table. It's actually right here, but I kind of use it for just random stuff around whenever I need an extra surface. And then I had a single light and a reflector. Then we just used her phone as the camera. The backdrop is just black curtains that are acting as one wall of my studio. For the phone settings, we simply had the normal camera app. We took it off portrait mode to just normal photo mode, tapped on the screen and dragged down a little bit to fix our exposure. The other thing we did was brought in a reflector on the other side to bounce the light coming from our actual light source back onto the other side of the cake, just to brighten up the frame a little bit and fill in all the details. And you can use anything as a reflector. You can actually get one of these little reflectors. They cost like $30, or you can just use a whiteboard or even a white wall. Doesn't really matter. Just whatever you can use to fill in those details. And that's pretty much it. Then we had a photo that looked like this. Okay, so before and after, one obviously looks a lot better. The one thing I would have done differently is probably would have brought in some more of the green mossy kind of stuff and some more of the cheetahs and just some other little props that we could have decorated the table around the cake with, and that would have really added something to it. But we were trying to do something fast, and it was a lot better than what we already had. Not everything has to be perfect, we just needed a decent photo of the cake, and I think we got something much better than decent. Now the question is, why not portrait mode? Portrait mode is just adding a fake shallow depth of field to your background. And sometimes it works great, but a lot of the time it will focus on the wrong thing or start blurring out the wrong parts of the image and not quite get everything perfectly. And with being in kind of a dark room where we had controlled lighting, there was no need to put it on portrait mode. See, in the first photo she had it on portrait mode, but it's focusing on the wrong things. It is blurring the background, but it's better to just have a separate backdrop that you can use. You just gotta have a wall where you can set up your backdrop, a table. It could literally be any table. It's not any sort of fancy table I had. I actually would have preferred to drop something else over the table so that it, maybe matched the background, but we didn't. We just were trying to do something fast. Again, just trying to get something good. Done is better than perfect. So just get something. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I mean, this is definitely the best cake photo my sister has ever had. So anyway, I just thought this was kind of a fun story, and that it might help you with, something that you're trying to take a photo of and just needed some guidelines of how to do it. It's very cheap. You don't have to have a fancy light. You could actually use natural window light. You just gotta make sure that you're controlling the environment. So if this was helpful, please hit the like button, and then I'll see you in this video right over here. And as always, make it epic.